Good morning, all of you. I am your PS Kodesrao. Today, we will start with one of the new topic. It is nothing but refraction of light at plane surfaces. Refraction of light at plane surfaces. So, before starting off this concept, we want to know about the introduction part of our light. Do you know optics is one of the most important branch of science? Optics is most important branch of science which can deals with electromagnetic radiations or electromagnetic waves with its nature and its interaction with matter, and also the study about matter and different types of manners. All this we can discuss with the help of the optics. Do you know optics is divided. There are so many types of optics, but here types of optics we want to classify two types. First one, geometrical optics, and second one, physical optics. What do you know about geometrical optics? It can explain about the light traveled in a straight lines, and it can react with some other materials. And what about physical optics? Physical optics we can discuss about how it can interact with our objectives, how it can interact with different types of materials. Here physical optics also, it consisting of one classical optics. In that classical optics there are so many phenomena are present. Those are reflection, refraction, interference, diffraction, dispersion, and scattering. So one of our important concept, refraction is one of the most important topic in that classical optics. What do you know about this optics, and what do you know about this basic information? First of all, what is light? Light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy which is always produced from self-luminous bodies like candle, burning candle, electric bulb, and from that one the tracer fall on our retina. It will create sensation of vision. Okay, so in that light, what do you know? I think you can enjoy your life with the help of only light. We can enjoy the nature of beauty with the help of light. If you close your eyes for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, I think we are feeling very difficulty. So when you are open your eyes, then only you can enjoy your life. Means there are no eyes. So in our human body, what is the most important organ for the sensation of vision? Eye is the most important one. It is the most important sense of organ. Okay, so what about this? Some more basic information. Light it can travel into a straight line. This is also called as rectilinear propagation. And also, if you observe the history of our light or optics, there are so many scientists who they did so many experiments on that. What about who did experiments? First of all, our Newton, Sir Isaac Newton, he proposed that. What he proposed? He proposed that light traveled in the form of small particles. Light traveled in the form of small particles. It is also called as corpuscles. His theory also called as Newton corpuscular theory. And after that, Christian Huygens, he introduced light is traveled in the form of wave. Light is traveled in the form of wave. So this is called wave nature of light. Then after that, Maxwell introduced electromagnetic wave. So who introduced electromagnetic wave? Maxwell introduced electromagnetic waves. And after that, the dual nature of corpuscular theory and wave theory, it was explained with the help of new quantum theory. In this concept, light is traveled small packets, which are called as photons. So, my dear students, these are the basic history about our light. And after that, so many scientists, they conduct so many experiments. And still the experiments are going on because science is not ended. There is no end point in our science. And after that, what do you know about the basic information which we already learned in your lower standard? What we learn? We already learned shadow. How the shadows are formed? Shadows are formed only by using of light. It can fall on different materials. Here we want to discuss about types of materials. Totally, how many types of materials are there? There are 3 types of materials. First one is transparent material, second one is translucent material, and third one is opaque material. What is the first one? First one is transparent material, and what about second one? Translucent material, and what about third one? Opaque material. So what about transparent material? The material which is allowed to pass light through them, those are called transparent materials. The material which is allowed to pass light through them are called transparent materials. What are the examples? Glass, water. It is able to pass light through them. And what about next one? Translucent. The materials which are partially allowed to pass light through them are called translucent material. What are the examples? Ground glass, oiled paper, ground glass, and oiled paper. If you observe that oiled paper, light is only partially traveled. So it is one of the example. And one more that it is nothing but opaque materials. Do you know about opaque materials? Opaque materials are the materials which they are not allowed to pass light through them. Which they are not allowed to pass light through them. So what are the examples? What are the examples? What are the examples for that? The examples are stone, brick, book. These are all our examples for that. These are all our examples for that opaque substances. So from that opaque substances, they are able to form shadows. Because if you place the object in the direction of light travel, it is not allowed to pass light through them. That's why the same shadow is formed on that screen. And after that, you already learned about nature of light and how the light is traveled. Light is traveled in a straight line, which we already discussed. This is also called as rectilinear propagation. And after that, light also follows so many rules. One of the most important concept from our classical optics, it is nothing but reflection of light. Reflection of light. What do you know about reflection of light? Reflection. What do you know about reflection? For example, this is one of the surface. We want to take in here the normal line. The normal line means the line which is drawn perpendicularly. Which is drawn perpendicularly is called normal line. Normal line. And here we want to pass one of the incident light ray. One of the incident light ray. Incident ray or incident line, and when it is fall on the surface, then it can bounce back. It can bounce back in the same medium. This is one medium and this is another medium. So it can bounce back in the same medium. So this is called reflection. Here this angle is called angle I. The angle between incident line or incident ray and normal line is called angle of incidence. What about this one? Angle of reflection. Angle of reflection. So could you please define angle of reflection here? The angle between normal line and reflected ray. Normal line and reflected ray. So from that one, here we want to define the first law of reflection. The first law of reflection. So what is first law of reflection here? Angle I is equal to angle R. Means angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So what is the first law of reflection? What is the first law of reflection? Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. And what about second law? Do you observe here? This is the incident ray, this is the normal ray, and this is the reflected ray. These all are combined, all are present in the same plane. All are present in the same plane. Incident ray, normal ray or normal line, reflected ray, all are present in same plane. Same plane. So this is the second law. So what about Newton's second law? Incident ray, reflected ray and normal line all are lies on the same plane. What is the first law of reflection? Angle I is equal to angle R. Angle I is equal to angle R. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. And after this one, what about the types of mirrors? Concave mirror, convex mirror, plane mirror. You already discussed. Convex, concave, and also plane mirror. And what about their nature? What about their nature? And what happen if you take an objects? If you take an objects, if you are taken objects and they can fall on that, mirrors, either concave mirror or convex mirror or plane mirror. And after that, what about their characteristics? What about the characteristics of the image? And in our 8th standard, in our 9th standard or 8th standard also, there are some lenses are introduced. Lenses are introduced. Plane surfaces, reflection plane surfaces are at different surfaces. At different surfaces. And what about their natures? You already learn all these in your lower standard. Do you know the study about these optics and also the nature about this light? We must and should learn not only at present state. We want to discuss the history of the total nature of light. For example, do you know in olden days there are so many types of countries, Macedonians, Greeks. These are all did so many experiments. But when it was developed, optics, when it was developed after invention of microscope, who invented microscope? Anthony van Leeuwenhoek. He belongs to Dutch scientist. So by invention of that microscope, lenses are comes prominence. From that only they are developed. So we already discussed there are so many. It is not a limited. Light is a vast subject. So in that one of our present topic, one of our most important topic, refraction of light at plane surfaces. So we want to discuss about this. We are going to discuss about refraction of light at plane surfaces. So here we want to take in the title refraction of light at plane surfaces. Refraction of light at plane surfaces. Okay, so what about the light? We already discussed. What is light? Light is a form of energy which is always produced from self-luminous bodies. When they fall on our retina, it will create sensation of vision. Okay, so what about this refraction? Refraction is the one of the most important phenomenon in classical optics. Okay, so refraction. Before learning about the definition, we want to discuss about some examples. What about the examples? What about the activities? First of all, do you know we want to take in one lemon. How it is? It is a small size. For example, this is the lemon. And we also take in one glass of water. One glass of water here we taken. Then it is placed into that glass tumbler. How it is appears? What about the size? What about the first size here and what about next size? Both are same. No, in first condition it is very small. But what about after? After it is appears big. Why it is appears like that? That is our first question. Lemon, it is appears to be small. We want to take a small one. When it is placed into the glass of water, then it is appears to be bulged or it is increased size. Why it is appears? Why it is appears? Okay, we want to take in one more. What we want to take in here? Here we want to take in once again one glass of water. Here also we want to introduce or we want to place one pen or pencil. We want to place one pen or pencil. Do you observe here? At the boundary, it is we are observing from outside. Then we are observing that here at surface of water, it is appears to be bent. It is appears to be bent. Why it is appears like that? If you are see vertically, means from upside, we are not observing anything, but we are observing from outside. Then what you have to observe? We can observe that it is appears to be bent or it is appears to be broken. Why it is appears? Why it is appears like that? And after that, we want to take in one more. Do you know in our office there is a glass slab? There is a glass slab on that table. This is the glass slab. If you place any paper under the glass slab, on that paper, if you are seeing from outside, these letters are appears to be raised. These letters are appears to be raised. Why they are appears to be raised? Why they are appears to be raised? So here how many questions we already given? 3 types of questions, 3 types of activitism. First of all, we want to place lemon into the glass of water. Before that one, the size of the lemon is very small. If you place into that glass of water, it is appears to be raised. Why it is appears to be raised? That is our question. And the second one is, if you take in one glass of water and we want to place here one pen or pencil. Here we must and should take in, we can take in the transparent glass, not opaque glass, transparent glass, and we can observe that pen or pencil from outside. Then it is appears to be, how it is appears? At surface of that water, it is appears to be bent or broken. Why it is appears? And I want to ask one more question. What about that one? In our offices, we can observe that there is a large glass slab which is placed on a table. If you place one of the paper under that glass slab, if you are observing from outside, then the letters are appears to be raised. Why the letters are appears to be raised? This all this answer. The answer is only one. It is nothing but refraction of light. Only the answer is refraction of light. Refraction. So what about this refraction? What about this refraction? So we want to discuss about this in detail. How it is explained? What about this in detail? We want to take an activity 1. What about that one? activity 1. What about activity 1? Once again, we want to take in 1 glass of water. We want to take in 1 glass of water. Here it is filled with water. Now we want to place 1 pencil. We want taken 1 pencil or 1 pen. Do you observe here? At the surface, it is appears to be bend. It is appears to be bend. So, why it is appears? We already told. Our answer is nothing but refraction. Refraction. And what about next one? So, if you place one pencil in a glass tumbler and observe from outside, we can view from outside. So it is appears to be inside that size of that inside means here, inside this here it is appears to be big in size. It is appears to be big in size, but at the boundary or at the surface of this water level, it is appears to be bend. Why it is appears to be bend? It is nothing but refraction. Refraction. So what about refraction we can discuss, and after that we want to take in one more activity which is given in our textbook. So we want to take an activity second. So what about activity second? Activity second is nothing but we want to stand in front of a wall. So what about this wall? This wall length is nearly 30 feet. The wall length is here nearly 30 feet. 30 feet. And you can stand here. You can stand here. And ask your friend to stand here. And now, and he must and should hold one metal strip. What is the condition? This wall is must and should be. This wall is must and should be opposite to the sun. This wall is must and should be opposite to the sun. This wall is must and should be opposite to sun. So sun rays are fall on that wall. Okay. Then what happened? You are stand here and your friend is stand there, and he carry one metal strip. Sun rays are fall on this metal strip. Then what happened? It can produce reflected rays. It can produce the rays. But what you feel that he is some few inches from that wall. But how we are able to see that one? That reflected rays are coming from that wall. Actually they are coming from that wall. No, actually they are coming from metal strip. This is the metal strip. So from that metal strip they are coming. But how is it able to see? It is able to see that light rays are coming from that wall. So why it is? It is due to only refraction. And what about next? What about next? So here we already introduced two activities. First activity, we want to place pencil in that glass of water. We can observe that at the surface of this one, surface of water, we are able to see that pencil is appears to be broken or bent. And what about activity 2? Activity 2 is nothing but we want to take in one 30 feet wall, and we can stand one side and ask your friend to stand another side, and your friend carry one metal strip. But this total concept is opposite to sun rays are fall on that wall, and also it can fall on metal strip. Then that metal strip is reflected, that rays are coming, but we want to see that that rays are coming from that wall, even that your friend is a few inches away from the wall. It is due to only refraction. And what about one more? We want to give in one more example. We want to give in one more example. We want to give in one more example. It is nothing but activity 3. Activity 3. So in that activity 3, what you have to learn? What you have to learn? In that activity 3, here we want to take one opaque vessel, and here we want to place one 5 rupees coin. We want to place 5 rupees coin, and if we are here, then the rays which are coming from that, the rays which are coming from the coin, we are able to see. So now we want to go back. From this position. So here same coin, but here we want to go this side. Here now these light rays are traveled here, and it can travel like this. So we are not able to see that coin. Okay, then ask your friend, pour some water. Then what happened? We can easily understood that. Ask your friend to pour some water here. This is the coin. Ask your friend to pour some water. Okay. Now the coin appears to be raised. So here actually you are present here. Then what happened? This light ray traveled up to here, and here bending takes place. So it appears to be raised here. The coin actual position here, but it appears to be raised. Why? That light rays are bent here. It can travel like this, it can bend here. Then only it is able to see. Otherwise, normal condition it is not possible to see. Normal condition it is not possible to see. Normal condition it is not possible to see. So how it is appears to be raised? How it is appears to be raised? It is nothing but refraction. It is nothing but refraction. Okay, how is it possible to explain? It is possible to explain only with the help of one special rule. What about that rule? That rule is nothing but Fermat rule. What about that rule? That rule is Fermat rule. What do you know about Fermat rule? Fermat was one of the great French lawyer and amateur mathematician. Fermat. Fermat was one of the great French lawyer and amateur mathematician. He explained about this concept. What is Fermat rule? What is Fermat rule? Fermat rule states that light always select least distance in least intervals of the time. So what about our Fermat? Fermat rule states that light always select least distance in least intervals of the time. So what about Fermat rule? Fermat rule states that light always select least distance in least intervals of the time. So here in our concept here light always travel to least distance in least intervals of the time. Here there is two mediums. This is the first medium, this is the second medium. When light ray traveled fast in air. So here we want to discuss about mediums. How many mediums are here? There are two types of mediums. Two mediums. Two mediums. Or two medias. So what about these two medias? First one is rarer medium. And what about second one? Denser medium. So what is the first one? It is simply called as RM, rarer medium. And what about the second one? DM, denser media. So what about rarer medium? Rarer medium means where the velocity of light is more. So here we want to take in some examples. What are the examples? Here we want to take in some examples. The examples are nothing but, what are the examples? The examples are air. The examples are here. I want to take in air and also water and glass. So here we want to take in three types of examples of medias or mediums. What is the first one? First one is air. Do you know the speed of light in air? 3 into 10 power 8 meter by second. What about water? 2.25 into 10 power 8 meter by second. What about the glass? 2 into 10 power 8 meter by second. Okay, my dear students, here you can observe that I given three types of medias or mediums. First one is air. What about the velocity of light in air? 3 into 10 power 8 meter by second. So this is the first place. And what about next one? Water speed or velocity is 2.25 in 10 power 8 meter by second. So we want to given this is the second place. And the third one, glass, 2 in 10 power 8. This is third. So among all these, which one having more speed? That is acts as the rarer medium. So here glass, water, they are acts as the denser medium, but air is acts as the rarer medium. This is the denser medium. So could you please give some examples here? Water, glass, ether, etc. These are all our examples of denser mediums, but only one example for rarer medium is air. So why we want taken this rarer medium air? The speed or velocity of light is more. Okay, so we already discussed about that light rays are traveled from coin to our man. Then where that speed is more, in air the speed is more. That's why it can select at least distance in least intervals of time according to Fermat rule. But what happened in water and glass, its direction changes. We already explained about that one. The direction is changes here. So it can change its direction. So it can change its speed. It can change its direction here and also speed. That's why here the two mediums, the speed is different. In this medium and in this medium, the speed is different. Because of that one, they are change their direction. That changing is nothing but, that bending is nothing but simply refraction. Okay. Do you know about could you please tell about the example of rarer medium? Air. Could you please tell about the examples of denser mediums? Water, glass, ether, etc. Why we want to take in that one? As denser medium? Here in that mediums, the speed of light is less. And after that, what is the definition of refraction of light? What is the definition? The process of changing of speed at interface. When light ray traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, changes its direction. This is called refraction of light. The process of changing of speed at interface when light ray traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, and automatically its direction also changes. Speed changes and direction also changes. This is called refraction of light. Simply, bending nature of light is called refraction of light. Here we already told in the diagram, the light ray is bent. That bending nature is nothing but refraction of light. So what is our simple definition, sir? When light ray is traveled from one medium to another medium, at the boundary it can bend, or the light ray is bent. This bending nature is nothing but refraction of light. That bending nature is nothing but refraction of light. But what about technical definition? The process of changing of speed at interface when light ray traveled from rarer medium to denser medium also changes its direction. This is called refraction of light. refraction of light. Here one point we must and should remember, when light rays are travel normally, it is not deviated. That light ray is not deviated. That light ray is not deviated. So are you understood the definition? What is the definition of refraction? Simple definition is bending nature of light is called refraction. Bending nature of light is called refraction. So sir, what about some improved definition, sir? When light rays travel from one medium to another medium at the boundary, it can change its direction as well as speed. That bending nature is called refraction of light. Sir, what about technical and important definition? The process of changing of direction or the process of changing of speed at interface when light rays traveled from one medium to another medium also change its direction. This is called refraction of light. So choice is yours. We can take in any definition, no problem at all. And here also we want to discuss about what happened if light ray is traveled from one medium to another medium. One medium to another medium. So what happened if light rays are traveled from one medium to another medium? One medium to another medium. We want to explain about that one. What happened if light rays are traveled from one medium to another medium? Okay, here we want taken this is a interface or boundary. We already discussed this is the normal line. For example, here this is the denser medium. What are the examples of denser medium? What are the examples of denser medium? Water. Okay, here we want to take in water. Then light rays are travel here. That light ray is traveled from here. Actually it is a single beam of light, but it is appears to be thick, no problem. It is one single beam of light. We want to take in a single beam of light. So what about this one? This is the incident ray. We already told. This is the incident ray. Okay. And what about this one? Normal line or normal ray? What about this one? Interface. Okay. So if light ray is traveled from this medium and it can fall at a boundary or interface, then what happened? It can bend towards normal. It can bend towards normal. It can bend towards normal. Why it is bent? Why it is bent? Why it is bent? Actually, that light ray is travel. Actually, that light ray is travel. That light ray is travel like this direction. But why it is bent? Because here we already told at the surface it can change its speed and also direction. So it is due to refraction of light. It is due to refraction of light. So when it is travel, what about this medium? Which medium this one? This is the rarer medium. What about this one? This is the denser medium. So when light rays are traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, rarer medium, denser medium, it can bend towards the normal or away from the normal, towards the normal. That is the important concept. When light rays are traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, and after refraction it can bend towards the normal. This is the normal line. It can bend towards normal. Why it is changes or why it is bent towards normal? We already told. When light rays are traveled from denser medium to rarer medium, what happened? Its speed and direction changes. This is anguli. This is anguli, angle of incidence. And what about this one? Angular. Here which one is more? Angle I is greater than angular. Angle I is greater than angular. And so when light rays are traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, we can easily observe that that light ray is after refraction bend towards normal. Bend towards normal. Okay. Now we want to take in one more example. Listen here. See one more example here. Same we want to take in. What about this one? This is one. This one is a normal line or normal line. Yes, normal line. Here I want to take in. What about this one? This is interface. This is interface. Okay. Then here we want to take in. What about this one? What about this one? This is the water. What do you know about here? If you want to take in water here, what about this medium? This is nothing but denser medium. Okay. What about this one, sir? This one is air. So air is the example of rarer medium. Rarer medium. Okay. Then here once again we want to take in the incident light ray. We want to take in the incident light ray. Then what happened? After refraction, what happened? It is away. It is away from the normal. This is the angle of incidence, and here this is called angle of refraction. So it is away. Actually, what about this position? This position is comes like this. But is it comes like this? No. It is away from the normal. Away from the normal. So why it is away from the normal? Because in denser medium speed is less. So here anguli. And what about here? What about here? What about here? This is the rarer medium. The speed is more. The speed is more. So here which one is more? Angular is more. It is also writes as angular is greater than anguli. So reflection ray or reflection angle. Reflection angle is greater than. Reflection angle is greater than incident angle. In which condition? When the light ray traveled from denser medium to rarer medium. Denser medium to rarer medium. But if you take in this above condition, when light ray traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, then what happened? What happened? That light ray after refraction, the light ray is bent towards normal. Here we want to take in the angle I is more, the angle R is less. And here when light ray traveled from denser medium to rarer medium, the incident angle is less, but angle of refraction is more. So these two are also very important. Okay. So how is it possible to explain about incident rays, reflected rays, angle of incidence, how it is bending, and why it is bent towards normal when light ray traveled from rarer medium to denser medium? If you take in the light ray traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, why it is bent towards normal? If you take in the light ray traveled from denser medium to rarer medium, why the light ray is away from the more deviated from the normal line? So this answer comes from only refractive index. Refractive index. So do you know about refractive index? Refractive index is nothing but we want to discuss about refractive index with a simple concept. Refractive index. Refractive index. What do you know about refractive index? So, do you know there are so many mediums, but here we want to take in refractive index. Refractive index. Refractive index. The letter is N. So what do you know about refractive index? Simply here we want to discuss about why the light ray is bent towards normal when light ray travel from rarer medium to denser medium. Why the light ray is away from the normal line when light ray travel from denser medium to rarer medium. It is explained with the help of refractive index. That's why here we want to take in one of the simple definition. N is equal to C by V. N is equal to C by V. C, velocity of light in vacuum. Velocity of light in vacuum. And velocity of light in medium. So what is the definition and what is the formula here? Refractive index. What is the formula? N is equal to C by V. N is equal to C by V. Then what about that formula in terms of words? N is equal to refractive index. N is equal to velocity of light in vacuum by velocity of light in medium. Light in medium. Do you know velocity of light in vacuum we already given? It is nothing but 3 into 10 power 8 meter by second. If we take in velocity of light in medium, then we can find a refractive index of any substance. Refractive index of any substance. So here refractive index is also called as absolute refractive index. So what is the another name of refractive index? Absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index. So what is the another name of refractive index? Absolute refractive index. So how can you give in the definition of refractive index? So refractive index is defined as the ratio between velocity of light in vacuum and velocity of light in medium. So what about that one? Define refractive index or define absolute refractive index. Refractive index or absolute refractive index is defined as the ratio, because this is the ratio between velocity of light in vacuum and velocity of light in medium. Velocity of light in medium. Okay, so let us recall what we discussed once again. Refractive index. Refractive index N is equal to C by V. C is the velocity of light in vacuum and V is the velocity of light in medium. With the help of this one, we can define the definition. Refractive index is defined as the ratio between velocity of light in medium and velocity of light in vacuum, or the velocity of light in vacuum and velocity of light in medium. So if you want to take in velocity of light in medium, if we substitute here, we can easily find about this one. Okay, now once again we want to come back and we want to discuss what we discussed in this session. In this session, we already given the basic information about light, who introduced light, and what about that branch in our science, optics, how many types of optics are there, How many types of optics we already discussed? Geometric optics and physical optics. And the scientist, the history of light we already discussed. Sir Isaac Newton was introduced. Light is travel in a form of wave, in a particles which is called as corpuscles. And Christian Huygens, he given wave nature of light. Maxwell given electromagnetic wave nature of light. And according to modern quantum theory, we can explain about dual nature of light. And the light is travel in the form of small packets. And after that, reflection of light, reflection loss. And the light is travel in the form of straight line. And after that, we want to enter in our concept. In our concept means in our 10th standard. What about our title? What about our title of the lesson? It is nothing but refraction of light at plane surfaces. And we already told about light. Light is a form of energy which is always produced from self-luminous bodies, and they fall on our retina. It will create sensation of vision. And after that, refraction of light at plane surfaces. What are the examples of plane surfaces? Water, glass slab, smooth. They are all plane surfaces only. So if light ray fall on that, what happened? We want to discuss in our lesson. That's why we already given 3 activities. What is the first activity? That first activity is nothing but when you place one pencil in the glass tumbler which is transparent, then we can observe from outside it is appears to be bend at surface of water. Why it is appears? So that we decided that concept is nothing but refraction of light. Because when you are seeing, we are seeing from outside, means air, there is water. So light ray is traveled from one medium to another medium. What happened? We already told it is bent. Because of that one, that is appears to be broken or bent. And what about second experiment? We already told, take one, we are stand in front of a wall, that length is nearly 30 feet. We can stand aside and we can ask your friend to stand another side, and your friend is carry one metal strip. Then it is must and should be opposite to the sun. When light rays are fall on that metal strip, then what happened? It can give a reflection of light. But we are observing that light rays are coming from that wall. But even though it is not coming from that wall, that light rays are only coming from that metal strip. Here the light rays are travel from one medium to another medium, air, and there is a metal. So because of that one, it is appears to be coming from that wall. It is also due to refraction of light. And one more thing, it is nothing but we already taken one swallow and also opaque jar. Then we want to place one 5 rupees coin, and after that we can able to see that coin because the light rays which are coming from that coin placed on our retina, so we are able to see. Then we can take in 2 or more steps from that bowl or dish. Then in this condition we are unable to see the coin, but you can ask your friend pour some water into that tumbler or dish. Now we are able to see the coin. How it is possible? It is possible to explain about one of the great rule or principle. It is nothing but Fermat rule. What is Fermat rule? Fermat rule states that light always select least distance in least intervals of the time. Light always select least distance in least intervals of the time. So here 2 mediums are separated, air and water. We already told about different medias. Okay, now first medium rarer medium, second medium denser medium. When light ray traveled from one medium to another medium, so at the surface or at the boundary, they bend, the light rays are bent due to change of speed. So finally we given the definition. We given the definition of refraction of light. What is the simple nature? The bending nature of light is called refraction of light. What happens when light rays are travel from one medium to another medium? At the boundary they are bent. What about the textbook and the important technical definition? The process of changing of speed at the interface when light rays are traveled from rarer medium to denser medium. Rarer medium to denser medium, they can change its direction. It is called refraction. Here we already given one hint. If light rays are fall normally on that glass tumbler, they are not deviated. They are not deviated. And here we already discussed about what happen if light rays are travel from one medium to another medium. What happen if light rays are traveled from one medium to another medium? What happen? What happen? Here we want taken two mediums. Here we want taken two mediums. Those are nothing but rarer medium and denser medium. Rarer medium and denser medium. Here we want to take in velocity v1. Here the velocity is v2. So here where the velocity is more? In rarer medium or denser medium? Rarer medium. So here we want to write v1 is greater than v2. Velocity of light is more in when light ray traveled from rarer medium to denser medium. Here if you want taken, for example, this is v1 and this is v2. Here where the velocity is more? v2 is greater than v1. So velocity of light is more in rarer medium. Velocity of light is less in rarer medium. So from that one we already decided. What we decided? When light rays are traveled from rarer medium to denser medium, after refraction it bent towards normal. Next, what happened when light rays are traveled from rarer medium to denser medium? When light rays are traveled from denser medium to rarer medium, they are away from the normal after refraction because their mediums are changed. Sir, there is one question. If both mediums are same, then what happened? Light rays are undeviated. It is also one of the most important question. If both mediums are same, for example here, the both mediums are same, light ray is not deviated. It is just straightly, directly it can travel without deviation. They can travel straight without deviation because this medium and this medium both are equal. Both mediums are equal. If both mediums are equal, then what happened? Light ray is undeviated. It is the most important one. And I already told, when light rays fall along normal line, what about its one? It is also undeviated. It is also undeviated. So, and after that, this why they are bending and why we want to explain about this one. All this one we can explain with the help of our concept. It is nothing but refractive index. It is nothing but refractive index. So what do you know about refractive index? Refractive index is nothing but it is denoted with the letter n. So n is equal to the formula C by V, where C equal to velocity of light in vacuum and V means velocity of light in medium. Do you know velocity of light in vacuum? It is nothing but 3 into 10 power 8 meter by second. And velocity of light in medium, if we place the value velocity of light in medium, we can easily find refractive index of any material. Refractive index of any material. So what is the definition for that? What is the definition for that? Refractive index is defined as, what is the another name of refractive index? The another name of refractive index is nothing but absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index or refractive index. In your examination you want to make some confusion. Define about of the absolute refractive index, but actually in your textbook he given the title refractive index. So in that concept he also given refractive index is nothing but absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index is defined as the ratio between velocity of light in vacuum and velocity of light in medium. Velocity of light in vacuum and velocity of light in medium. So my dear students, This is a very important concept, and I think everybody must and should understood about this one. Everybody must and should understood about this one. And in next class we will start with one more concept. Until then, bye.